I'm sure that you've heard someone say that the first dollar is always the hardest one to make. In this video, you'll learn how to make your first dollar and how you can do it by the end of the day. But before we get into that, let's talk about why it matters. First off, if you don't make your first dollar, then you can't make your next. Second, if not now, then when? If you don't try to go after making your first dollar in the next 24 hours, when are you going to try to do it? All of us have spent our whole lives saying tomorrow. But if you think about it, the only things that we said that we would do today are the only things that we actually have ever done. And the third reason why it matters is because once you make your first dollar, it opens your mind to a whole new world of possibilities. Okay, so now let's jump into how you can actually make your first dollar. I'm just gonna hurry and break this down into 6 simple steps. Number 1 is choose what service you wanna offer. That could be photo, video, graphic design. Number 2 is creating an offer around that service. So let's say, for example, that the service that you wanna offer is making a video for someone. Creating an offer around that service literally means just having something to offer. So when somebody comes to you and asks you what you do for work, you tell them exactly what your offer is, which could be you make wedding videos, you make reels for social platforms, you film interviews with people. Any one thing that somebody would hire you for is an offer. So choosing one of those things and telling people that that's what you can do for them is an offer. Step number 3 is ask yourself why it would be of value to you. When you ask yourself why it would be of value to you, you stop making it a guessing game and hoping that somebody would actually like the product. If it's something that you wouldn't pay for or something that you don't find valuable, the person that you're trying to sell it to probably isn't going to find it valuable either. Step number 4 is make a guarantee. So let's say that I'm a videographer and my offer is that I'll do a wedding video for you. Creating a guarantee could be something as little as saying, we guarantee you'll love the video, or it could be something as big as saying, we can guarantee that if you love the video and if you don't, then we'll give you your money back. What matters at first is not how good your guarantee is, it's just that you have one, so people have another reason to trust that you can come through for them. Step number 5 is tell people about your stuff. So now if you're a wedding videographer, if you have an offer that you do that, make a post on your Instagram saying that you do wedding videos. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You don't even have to show work that you've done. If you literally just make a post or put something on your story that just says, hey, I do wedding videos, then people will know what you offer and your likelihood of getting hired is a lot higher. The 6th and final step is make it hard to say no. That means either make it a good deal, make sure that your work is really good, or have something that's so valuable to the person that they'll have a hard time saying no. So for example, that guarantee that we just said, we guarantee that you'll love the video, and if you don't, then we'll give you your money back, makes it pretty hard for somebody to say no. Because if you guarantee to somebody that they'll love the video so much that you'll do all of the work and then not take any money on top of that, then they know that you're going to work pretty dang hard to make sure that that video is good for them. And it's going to make it that much easier for them to trust you with that. Now in this video, I didn't want to just leave you guys with how to make your first dollar, but I also wanted to make sure that you guys knew how to make your next dollar. So here are just a few things to keep in mind after you make your first dollar so you can keep making more money and eventually turn this into a full-time career. When it comes to making more money, people tend to overcomplicate this. People think that you need a website, people think that you need to be posting about it, people think that you need a portfolio, that you need more leads, that you need to have done it so many times that you have credibility. Down the road, these things definitely will help you make more money and will help you look more credible, but there's only one thing that you actually need to do, and that one thing is this: over-deliver. Word of mouth travels faster than wildfire, and it won't be long before somebody else is hitting you up for another project. Do the same thing and over-deliver for the next person, then 2 will come, then 4, then 10. And then before you know it, you'll have so much work that you won't even know if you can handle it anymore. Now, that's not a bad thing at all. That's exactly where you want to be as a business owner and especially as a creator. So if there's anything that you should be doing on every project, it's over-delivering. Now, let me just offer a word of caution. Don't make the same mistake that I did. There will be a point where money and clients just keep coming and coming because you're so used to over-delivering. And now what used to be your over-delivering will just be your new standard, because you've done the project so many times that you've gotten so good that now your bare minimum is better than what your over delivery used to be. This is where it gets dangerous. At this point, it becomes easy not to over deliver anymore and just deliver. And I know that sounds pretty good, but let's just talk about some of the pros and cons real quick, and you can choose for yourself whether or not it's worth it. The pros of this are you have more clients, you're making more money, you're putting in less effort than you ever have, and now you're reaping the rewards. But the con, this doesn't last. Unfortunately, if you stop over-delivering, then you'll stop having the chance to deliver at all. So don't ever forget why you wanted to do this in the first place. Remind yourself that as nice as the money is and as much as you could possibly make, that's not why you got into it, because if you wanted to just get into something for money, you could have been a lawyer, you could have been a doctor, you could have been something else that made more money and didn't require so much creative energy. But you chose this because at some point you believed that this would be the most fulfilling way for you to make money. And you chose to do this knowing that you could possibly make less, but knew that it would be worth the trade-off if you were doing something that made you feel fulfilled. Don't stop putting the passion first, and don't stop taking every opportunity to become the best of the best. Because the moment that you do is the moment that everything falls apart. After a couple of years with a client, I knew their vibe, they knew my vibe, we knew how to work together, and things were just rolling. For the first 10 or 20 videos, I was over delivering like crazy. I put my whole heart and soul into every single project. But after a while, I stopped making my own tweaks. I knew what the client loved, and I just started focusing on making videos that way. I started seeing that client as more of a cushion and more of an opportunity for me to focus on having income with them and building my business elsewhere. I kept giving them the look, but I stopped giving them my heart and I stopped giving them the passion. And to me, that didn't really seem like a big deal because the way that I saw it, they were hiring me to make them videos. But what I didn't realize was they were actually hiring me to bring passion and life and energy to their social platforms. And unfortunately, I didn't even realize any of this until a hard conversation last night. I thought that the client was parting ways with me because their budget was getting tighter, when in reality, that client parted ways with me because I stopped over-delivering. Because like I said before, once you've over-delivered enough times, your new bottom line, your new standard is what used to be your over-delivering. And what used to be your over-delivering was enough. So it's really easy to get into the flow. Thinking about doing the work the same way as you did before is going to keep working. But even if you think the videos look the same, and even if they do look the same, there's a huge difference between a video that you put everything into and a video that you did just to get paid. Obviously, I just found this out and it's really raw, but I wanted to share this with you guys when it felt most real. So in short, don't make the same mistake that I did. At all costs, keep the magic in the work. Keep putting everything you have into the work that you're getting hired to do. You should treat your work like magic because being paid to create something that makes you feel alive is magical. So a quick recap of the video, how to make your first dollar and how to keep making money after that. Number 1, create an offer. Number 2, tell people about your offer. Number 3, over-deliver. And number 4, keep over-delivering. Even though it was a lot more energy and even though it was a lot harder, it was these moments in my career where I was putting everything into my work that I felt most fulfilled. So if you do this, I can confidently say you'll be successful and you'll have a very beautiful and fulfilling career. Hope this was helpful for you guys. If it was, subscribe. We are on the road to 1K. We're currently at 399 subs, and if we could break 400 on this video, that would be amazing. Thank you guys for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.